breath. Two of her cousins brought 2 plastic tubs of water closer. The elder midwife grabbed a pinch of cedar from a wooden bowl near the fire pit and threw it onto the flames. The tiny green leaves popped and crackled, pumping a sharp evergreen aroma into the air. The young woman pressed her chin to her chest to push again. Sweat rolled from her creased brow and down her ruddy cheeks. She cried out in another burst of pain, and her partner sped up his drumming, outpacing the tempo of his own voice. His mother and grandmother bounced to the beat in front of the fire, while the shadows on the wooden walls around them danced. The midwife asked her cousin for another big push. Her shriek stilled the shadows and caused her partner's song to falter for a moment. The baby's head emerged, its black hair glistening in the orange light of the fire. Face down, the child made no noise. The mother shouted and pushed again, but the baby remained in place, silent. The pause, although infinitesimal, was enough to panic them all. The elder midwife stepped forward swiftly to kneel beside the other. "Wigbinada," urged the elder, repeating again, "Let's pull." She wrapped her thin fingers around the infant's slippery head, cradling the chin and the back of its skull. The apprentice placed her hands atop the midwife's. The drumbeat stopped in the sudden severity of the moment. They remained silent while they pulled. The young mother threw her head back in one last immense inhalation, followed by a searing wail. In that instant, the baby's shoulder came free, and in the midwife's careful grip, the arms, torso, and legs slid out behind it. The elder midwife fluently pulled the glistening, blood-streaked body into her elbow and scooped mucus from the baby girl's mouth as she cradled her. A small but piercing first cry echoed through the lodge. The new parents, exhausted, cried together in a relieved half-embrace. By the fire, the new grandmother and great-grandmother beamed through tear-streaked cheeks. The younger midwife wiped down her cousin's baby with a soft white rabbit pelt, which turned pink with each pass across her blotchy skin. Still in the elder's arms, the baby cried louder as her young lungs quickly expanded. The girl was washed first in the tub of lukewarm, sterilized water. Cedar water was poured in from the pot that simmered on the grill into the second tub, creating a translucent medicinal blend. The elder midwife dipped her hand into the warm essence and scooped it onto the newborn's skin. The faint green liquid streaked across her torso and beaded in the chubby creases of her arms and legs, the baby's skin gaining color with each beat of her young heart. The baby's mother watched the ceremonial cleansing while sipping from a copper cup of water. After the baby's skin and scalp were dried with a faded and tattered blue towel, the young midwife carried her over to the eager and anxious new parents. She lowered the child onto her mother's bare chest. As the baby nestled, the lodge roused in whoops of joy and celebration. The parents thanked their daughter for coming to them and giggled together as they gazed in awe upon the new life they'd created, delicate yet full of wonder. The young father looked from his daughter up to his mother by the fire. Her long, dark hair hung loosely, framing her slender face. She smiled and nodded to let him know it was time. The new mother kissed the top of the baby's head one more time, cupped her little frame into both hands, and raised the child in the direction of her grandmother. She took her granddaughter into her bare arms and carefully caressed the girl's torso with her calloused fingertips before resting her weathered palm upon it, trying to feel the first beats of her heart outside of her mother. She looked to her daughter-in-law and smiled again before clearing her throat to commence the naming ceremony. "Bonjour!" Her voice punctuated the convivial ambience hanging in the lodge. "Nimki gwe ndishinigash, makwando dem, jinak ngil shen," she said, introducing herself as a new grandmother in Anishinaabe, the traditional language of their people. The rest